I can't wait to try out
BeamNG.DRIVE. Hey, it's Protodead back, coming at you with another Let's Try Out video. Today, we're going to be trying out BeamNG.DRIVE, or BeamNG.DRIVE, depending on how you want to spell it out. This is a crash simulator sort of game. This is a little bit less first impressions because I have played this game quite a bit, but I did want to share it on my channel today. I've got mods that other people have created that's available in the Steam Workshop, and a lot of these are really solid stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and click play here, and we are going to try the free roam, because you have campaigns, and I don't think they're really fleshed out. This game is still in early access development. We've got Light Runner, Track Builder, Time Trials, Scenarios, Bus Routes. I don't know what Bus Route is. I remember Scenarios were like one-off, like try to get to point A to point B in a limited amount of time or whatever. But we're going to try Free Roam because it lets you just drive around, okay? And we are going to hit Grid Map because it's basically just a little sandbox crash 'em up. And I'm going to hit the default. You can choose your different spawn location. And I don't remember how to do it in game, but at the front, on the front end, the first time you spawn in, you can select your spawn point, and this is the one that I like. So I'm going to, because the playable space is kind of big. Okay, and once you load in, you can click the right mouse button and rotate and spin around your car, and you can use the numpad, the keypad, if you have it activated, of course, and you can tilt the camera and move the camera around, but more importantly, you can press the 3 and the 9 button to zoom in and zoom out, so you can kind of zoom out a little bit. And if you wanted to look behind you, it's the number 1 key by default. So I'm going to click and drag and look around my car. That's a pretty slick looking car, got a cool paint job, highly reflective, so it's got some high gloss on it. But I'm gonna reverse it, and let's listen to the engine sounds here and kind of how the car handles. It's a pretty neat little sedan, kind of a European looking sedan. But what this game is really all about is it's a simulator, kind of like Gran Turismo, and you drive the car until you crash the fuck out of it. And it's got soft body physics, so it tries to adequately model the way the metal and steel and everything will bend and warp under force. And if everything is still intact, like it tries to replicate the drivetrain and all that shit. So if there's shit that's still intact and not completely broke, it will still function. There are some clipping issues. You can see the tires kind of clipping through the fender here, and they've been fixing that stuff as they go along. And once your car is sufficiently fucked, you can just press the R button for respawn, and at a button's press, you are back 100%. And this game is so fucking fun. And every time, like literally every time you crash this motherfucker, it breaks in a different way, like it crumples up in a different way, and pieces fly off all brilliantly and spectacularly. Okay, I'm gonna hit the B button for nitrous oxide to give myself a little extra boost here. We got a little, oh shit. I was really hoping that that was going to be spectacular, but instead it just kind of fizzled. Oh shit. They do a pretty damn good job with the crash sounds too, I have to admit. Alright, let's try for something a little bit higher speed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, we're going to go all the way back here, and we're going to hit this ramp as hard as we can without losing control. I feel like I'm about to, oh shit, the engine just blew. I would say that this person is still alive somehow. Okay, so we're going to change our car. This is the starting car, but there is a bunch of cars to choose from. And each one of them has their own variations. Like this is one of the ones that I like a lot because it looks like a muscle car. So we've got I don't know exactly how the tier system works. Like the further up and to the left you are, the less powerful it is, and like the more powerful it is the further down and to the right you go. But we're gonna go for this one here, and you can change the color of the vehicle, and I think you can change a couple other things too. Change the reflectiveness and how bright the color is, and the chrominess, I guess, instead of reflectiveness. So we can choose replace current or spawn new. So I'm going to replace current for now because we're not dealing with more than one vehicle, and it just takes a while for it to load in. Why does it have no wheels? I think they broke something with their last update where this car no longer has those tires. So that sucks. Okay. Let's try this again. We may be able to fix this actually. We'll go here to the vehicle config, and we can drop down the body, and we can look at, let me just drag this over here and take a look at this. It'll show us the representation right here on the car of what things we can change out. Okay. So there's the fuel tank. There's the radiator. Black vinyl roof. We can change that. We can change that to a white vinyl roof. Side trim or seal trim. I don't know what seal trim is. I think that's on the inside maybe. But let's take a look. Where is the wheel and tire stuff? There's a steering wheel. Rear wing. Put a race rear wing on there. How about that? That doesn't look too bad. It's that thing right there. Okay. Front suspension. Maybe it's under the suspension. Front wheels. Front tires empty. How about those tires? No? Drag front tires. How about that? Okay. Front wheels, so rear suspension. I'm really glad that we found where the tires are. So let's see if we can find something that looks cooler. As cool. Okay, they're both grip ball, so those look okay. These wheels actually kind of suck. Front wheels. So we got 15x8 tires on here. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that these were in here. Yeah, those look kind of cool. Well, okay, we'll go for that. We'll just do, okay, I'm done messing with this stuff. So we've got different size wheels, and we got two different kinds of tires, but that's okay. Man, that is some Fast and Furious sort of fucking shit right there, man. It's beautiful. I don't know why it's making a whoosh noise whenever it... Let me back up a little bit off the car. This must be the sound of, like, the suspension or something. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to hit that. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're going to try this again. We're going to try to make it all the way to the wall. And I'm going to show you something real cool. Okay, I think it's Alt-J. Or maybe it's just J. So J freezes time, okay? And this is one of the... So right now it paused the simulation. I don't think you can click the, yeah you can, oh shit. So you can click on the pause too to unpause it if you want to. So right click and drag, you can spin around your car and take a look at it and everything's looking cool. But you can hold the Alt button down and then press the arrow keys on the keyboard, and you can see in the upper left hand corner, you can, by choosing Alt up, you put it in real time. Alt left makes it 2 times slower than real time, and then you can press Alt left again and it makes it even more slow. Okay, so this is real time, pressing J to unpause, and then 4 times slower than real time, 8 times slower, 16 times slower. And remember, I'm still moving at speed, it's just slower, it's in slow-mo. So boom. And so this is where the beauty of the crash simulation comes together. Do you see the metal just rippling as the shock waves like propagate through the simulated materials of the car? And then we can press, I think it's Alt up for real time. Like it simulates the sounds like slowing down, and it simulates all the pieces like, man, and at a touch of a button, you're back respawned in action. So let's see if we can do that again and just a little bit cooler. See if we can go as fast as fucking possible. And see how much we can crunch this thing down. So I'm going to do an Alt left a couple of times to make it 8 times. Oh, they made a bump. They put a bump in there. That didn't used to be there. Oh, shit. I would have to say that this person would be fucking dead if that happened. Back to real time. What? That gave that car scoliosis. Okay, last crash, and then we're going to switch to a different vehicle. Eight times slower than real time. That's just beautiful. Okay, and then you press Alt right to speed it back up in increments. I think it's still resellable. So we'll hit the R button to respawn back, and then escape, and then we'll come up here to the vehicle icon on the left, and we'll choose a different vehicle. Maybe something a little bit more modern. No, I'm gonna choose this big thing because it crunches like real nice. Street tuned. Yeah, we'll do street tuned, and I'll just choose a different color. We'll go green this time, and we're gonna spawn new because we're gonna experiment with some stuff. So this vehicle here is a little bit higher. The weight balance is different. It handles completely different. Like all that stuff is simulated, okay? Adequately, I might add. I almost made it all the way around. And it just, oh, that's a graphic glitch. The fucking tire's all fucked up. So that's unfortunate. I hate to see that. But just the crashing, crunching potential is just so beautiful. And I got a mod on here where you can put a mannequin. Oops. Shit. I don't have it. Not on this vehicle. So that's 6. But you can put mannequins in the driver's seat and have even more fun with the crash test dummy action of it. Oh shit. I think you hit tab. Yeah, you hit tab to switch between your cars, okay? Oh shit. What happened? My reverse got stuck. Okay. So there we got 2 cars, and you can press escape, and then this radial menu here, you can do fun stuff like catch it on fire, make it break. As a matter of fact, I think some of this stuff is new. Hinges? I don't know what hinges mean. AI. So I can set this one to chase me, and that means this one now is AI and I'm this car. So it's trying to chase me. It's trying to figure out a way to get to me, I think. Oh yeah, that is satisfying. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, spacebar for e-brake. That is important. Okay, and then I can press R to respawn, and then that car is still right over there, and it's got to try to find its way back to me, right? Because its AI is set on chase. Oh, it just crashed like a dumbass. What a fuckface. And now he's respawned. He's supposed to be chasing me, but I'm chasing him. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, and you press C to change like your view. So now the camera's on the hood, and you can, you know, right click and drag all you want. And you press C again, and now it's a like cinematic camera, which sometimes I'll just sit here and just enjoy, because it looks good, dude. Like, really good. Okay, so I'm going to choose a new car. Let's go for this one. So this is going to be like a rally sort of car or something, but I am definitely going to take off the yeah, I think that white looks pretty good. We're going to spawn a new one, and I am going to take off the roll cage because I think roll cages just make you too strong. So eradicating the roll cage. Chase me. So I think all the vehicles are now set to chase me. Holy shit. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the oh shit, I'm gonna do the cinematic camera here, and we're going to play around with seeing if I can get these guys to react. This green thing over here doesn't know what to do. I think it's confused. Sorry for the cursor being on the way, man, in the way of the screen. Let me take that down here and try not to touch my mouse for a second. Yeah, I think these things don't know what's going on, but it's getting crunched. Okay, so I'm gonna hit tab and R, and I'm gonna just going through them and respawning them back in their spot. Yeah, this Fast and the Furious sort of drift car is really fucking nice. It handles nicely. It's got a lot of power. Where's the cars at? Come on, big boy. Oh shit. I didn't react fast enough. Oh man. Okay, cool. So we're gonna try a different map. We're gonna try Car Jump Arena, and it's got several different cool places to spawn to start with, but we're gonna choose the ramp because I like the ramp quite a bit. It's hours of fun. Okay, and we've loaded in. I've chosen a little shitty, like, grocery getter, fucking, like, pizza delivery guy sort of car. And this is a gigantic motherfucking map with a gigantic motherfucking ramp. So we're just going to haul balls and see if we can make it all the way to the bottom. And I think it's pretty hard not to make it to the bottom, but feeling like sometimes when the fun thing that I like about this game is I compare each collision with the idea, could a person survive that, or do you think you yourself could survive this car accident? As a matter of fact, I did a video about a year ago where I did a car crash scene, and I asked that same question in BeamNG.DRIVE here, but I didn't do any follow-ups. I meant to, but it just never came, it never happened. So I really like this. Oh, let me slow this down. I really like to hit this ramp and then just see if I can get it to start flipping and turning, but this time it didn't quite do it. But I want you to watch in slow-mo what happens once it hits this sand trap down here, because it is simulated, sort of. Watch. Look at that. It increased the friction and started flipping the car, as you would expect sand or dirt to do once a vehicle leaves the hard surface of asphalt or pavement or whatever. So back to real time, and I bet you it's still drivable. We can take this off the lot, man, and go back and trade it in, resell it. But we're gonna respawn, and we're gonna do this one more time and see what we can get out of it. So I'm gonna just gas it all the way. I'm gonna leave the ground just a little bit, still maintain control, doing good. And we're gonna just see how far we can get with this car. This is front heavy, so not quite 300 meters or units, miles. Could be fucking nautical miles, so I'm not sure. You know, we're gonna choose a different vehicle. We're gonna choose something like, how about this truck? We'll get a souped up truck or something. What? That's new. So they're always adding new vehicles all the time. And new variations of the same vehicle. So like this is a platform, right? So this is their Gavril D series, which is very much like a Ford F-150 or a Chevy Silverado maybe sort of vehicle. But they've got a whole bunch of variations of the same platform, the same body frame-ish. So we're going to choose this goofy looking pimp mobile thing right here. I don't know if I've ever seen this before, but it takes a while for it to load in. I'm not going to try to leave because I don't know, I'm not going to try to leave the surface right there at the first drop off, because I don't know how easily, these wheels look stupid as fuck. Like they don't look right. I mean, they look fine like that, but they actually look like improper here. Like they're not modeled correctly at all. So this went a little too well, I think. Went a little too well. And there we hit the water pit. And I don't know how accurately the water pit acted, but they did do an improvement here recently. It was in their patch notes that they improved water physics and water behavior and stuff. So we're going to try to get a little bit squirrelier on the descent here and see if we can't make some magic happen. And then we're going to move away from, holy shit. So this thing is fucking top heavy like a son of a bitch. So let's do 4 times slower than normal speed. Oh, this thing is just fucking crunching up. Again, there are some clipping issues, some physics clipping problems here and there, but for the most part, I think it's pretty serviceable. This game is just... it is a fucking riot, like all day long. If you want to sit here and watch some Netflix and just turn the volume down on this and just crunch up cars where you got Netflix going on the side, I do that occasionally, just like in doing some space trucking, like in Elite Dangerous. because you could, I mean, this is exciting in and of itself, but you don't need the sound on, and you could just be sitting here fucking off with this while you're paying attention to your show you're trying to catch up on, because, you know, your best friend said, you need to watch The Haunting of Hill House for the 3rd time. You gotta watch it again, man. It's Halloween. Oh yeah, we need to go do something else. Shit. I got an idea. I'm gonna show you something else cool. I'm gonna come out just a little bit. You can hold control and it pops up these nodes on the vehicle. So each one of these nodes is kind of like a grab point. Okay. I just ripped that car door off. So each one of these nodes you can pull and yoink the car holding control. That way you can you can kind of move your car around the world how you feel, okay? And if you notice, when you grab something, it says strength 30%, and then it shows you the newtons of force and all that stuff. I don't know what the middle click to hang from here is. I don't think I've ever done that, but you can mouse wheel up and down to increase the strength, okay? And that's very important when you're trying to move your vehicle across an obstacle that you can't get over, like this big ass curb, okay? So I'm gonna sit here and just gently move my vehicle across the way. Oh, something I haven't told you yet that I needed to tell you from a long time ago. Shit. You know how you press R to respawn your vehicle? If you hit Control R, it resets your spawn point in that location. So now every time I press R, that's my new spawn point. So Control R respawns your vehicle and resets your spawn point. And very important. Very important. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control R right here and reset my spawn point. So boom, next time, tailgate O, you can press O and lower the tailgate. There's actually a bunch of different things like that I've forgotten about the game. But we're going to try to go down these steps, man. I got a pretty popular video on YouTube. I think it's about 16 seconds long. It's where I'm fucking shit. That was an explosion. It's so I do almost the exact same thing. Look at that drive shaft. It's fucked. I do almost the exact same thing in a video called oh shit, I think we sent her a little too hard. It's up to like 200,000 views right now. I'll put it in the link in the description. So this game is like a whole lot of fun for that wonderful crash simulation itch that you might have, maybe you didn't even know you had. Oh man, I'm doing a grindy. I'm doing a skateboard grindy, guys. Let's switch up the vehicles here. Let's choose something different, like maybe the Jeep. I think the Jeep actually crunches real good on the stairs. And we'll go pink, because pink is cool sometimes. We'll replace the current. Oh my god, what the fuck? This is a drag Jeep. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Holy shit. This fucking Jeep fucks it up, man. That is cool. I had no idea. Okay. Okay, I gotta play with this now for just a second. Man, it lifts off like crazy. That is neat. Am I gonna make it on the ramp? Nope. It ripped the whole body off of the frame. Oh, that is fucking sick. Okay, so we're gonna hit B to turn the nitrous oxide on. And now let's see what it does. Can I make it past that flat port? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. I wonder if the mannequin can go in this. Please, please, please let it. Additional modification, baby. Crash our dummy. There he is. Okay, so we've got him now. Okay. I gotta hit this 4 times slower than real time, guys. Because I'm having a hard time controlling it. He is beautiful, isn't he? Crash hard. Oh no, I've missed the stairs completely. This isn't good. And he busted his face on the windshield. Oh, he's fucking toast. Can't believe we just went through that obstacle like that and didn't get smashed up. So let's go back into real time. I think you would be dead. I think he would be dead. So let's do it again. And I'm gonna turn the wheel like fucking weird a little bit so he starts to tilt. So this is important, so when you catch those steps, you start flipping. Oh my god. We got a little bit of a graphics glitch there going on. It's stretching. And now we're on fire. So our first fire of the day. Okay, back to real time. Hit R for respawn. We're gonna go 4 times slower. So I'm gonna try to hit this. Oh shit. Come on, baby. 8 times slower. Let's see what happens. Let's make some magic happen. Oh my gosh, he is torn up again. I think those things stretching out is like the suspension. I think that's like the elastic that holds the body down to the frame. Back to real time. Saya fucking Nora. So I've noticed in this game, whenever you got pieces that separate, so you see the cab way down there in the background, and we got the frame here in the foreground, that I've noticed that if you've ever played that Flash game called Happy Wheels, that every time you like crunch up a person, like a person starts getting like dismembered and pieces of him go everywhere, that the camera has to have a thing to follow. So in this game, it looks like it may be where the engine is, so like it treats that as the heart of the vehicle. The engine can fly off and it will not follow the engine, but it's like the point where the engine would be in the frame, like where the frame's connected, that if the camera kind of follows that, right? So in it does the same thing in that Flash game on the internet. That's a really funny, cool, free game called Happy Wheels, which is brilliantly, delightfully morbid and sick. But it does the same thing because it follows the heart of the individual. So when you actually hit something so hard at such speed and you get mangled and tangled and all your body parts fly off your chest, that even if your chest gets like torn to pieces, the thing that remains is your heart, and all your body parts go all over the screen, but the camera will follow your heart around the level because the levels are always bigger than what you can see on your screen. So I think that's kind of cool that I can draw that correlation between this game and Happy Wheels. Because Happy Wheels is a destruction game too. It's just a human destruction game. Oh man. So yeah, this is BeamNG.DRIVE. I'm sure there's some other things you can do with it. And like I said, there's the trials, the time trials, the bus stops, which I've never done the bus stops. I don't know what those are. There's the campaign, which is coming soon. This game is still in early access. They've been developing it all the time. They're adding updates all the time, and for what they've got, like what this game does. Oh look, the dummy lost its head. For what this game can do and the joy it can bring you if you enjoy racing, simulation, destruction physics, this game has the best destruction physics out of any game that's ever been conceived before at the consumer level, as far as I know. It is definitely a gem to behold, available on Steam. You should probably check it out if you're interested in any of these things. If you like the video, show me a little bit of love, that'd be great. But I'm going to go on now to the segment that I like to call reading the words of the developer. That way we can see what the developers advertise for their game for us players. So let's jump right into that. BeamNG.DRIVE is a dynamic soft-body physics vehicle simulator capable of doing just about anything. And its reviews are overwhelmingly positive, at 42,000 views on Steam as of October 2020. This game was released in May of 2015 by BeamNG. And some of the tags that users have defined this game as is simulation, driving, destruction, physics, and funny. This is a single player only game. It includes a level editor for all those people that love to make mods. So let's read the words of the developer. BeamNG.DRIVE is a realistic immersive driving game offering near limitless possibilities. Our soft body physics engine simulates every component of a vehicle in real time, resulting in realistic dynamic behavior. The driving feel is authentic and visceral, and crashes are realistic and violent. Yet physics are accessible enough to drive with a keyboard or gamepad while still being authentic to a full racing wheel with uncompromising realism. Environments and vehicles in BeamNG.DRIVE are handcrafted with passionate attention to detail. With years of meticulous design, research, and experience, we authentically recreate the feeling and excitement of real-world driving. We are a small team from around the world with no obligations to publishers or outside interests. Our users and modding community are our first priority. Help us make BeamNG.DRIVE the ultimate driving experience and discover what an open, uncompromising soft body vehicle simulation can be. Why is BeamNG.DRIVE the game for you? As an open world vehicle simulator, BeamNG.DRIVE will cover a large array of vehicular disciplines, everything from a delivery mission in a box truck to a high-speed rally race or destruction derby. The vehicle customization and detail will allow you to make your car and truck all your own. Fix it up, upgrade it, or strip away body panels to reduce weight. There are a lot of different types of gameplay we want to implement beyond just racing and crashing, such as police chases, stunt challenges, and specialized mini-games. Eventually, we would like to have some kind of single-player open-world career mode with persistent vehicle ownership and procedurally generated used vehicles to buy and events to run them in. In some ways, BeamNG.DRIVE is about doing anything you want with a car or a truck, the stuff other games don't let you do. You can go off-roading in the family sedan or hurl a delivery truck around a racing circuit, all with beautiful soft body simulation physics. You can mod these same vehicles to be racing beasts, derby monsters, or off-road behemoths, or just thrash them stock. At the end of the day, BeamNG.DRIVE gives you the gameplay you want and doesn't force you to do anything that you don't think is fun or interesting. We optimize our game as technology improves. Amount of vehicles which can be simultaneously simulated at smooth frame rate will increase. Right now you can run up to 4 or 6 cars at one time on a high-end quad-core processor. Each vehicle has around 400 nodes and 4,000 beams, and all being simulated 2,000 times per second. We hope to expand the number of simultaneous vehicles possible to at least 8 with a mid-range processor. We'll also look towards having multiplayer in the future, but it may be some time before we can create the multiplayer experience everybody is expecting. We are well aware of the demand for multiplayer, and we want it just as much as you. But for the short term, we are focused in creating a single-player career mode, such as various driving events, fixing bugs, creating more content. It is feasible that we can implement local and/or same PC multiplayer in the interim. Also, the possibilities extend beyond land vehicles. Users in our community have already made planes and helicopters that fly purely on the existing vehicle aerodynamics physics and no cheating whatsoever. BeamNG can simulate aircraft in a very authentic way due to its soft body physics. All of the flex that happens to a plane's airframe arises naturally in BeamNG, and the consequences of excessive stress are also modeled. Fly too fast and your wings will start to bend and rip off. The potential for the BeamNG physics engine is huge. It's huge. Alpha access features include all future updates to BeamNG.DRIVE, including free alpha beta. Also included in the final game, soft body physics sandbox, 19 detailed customizable destructible vehicles with more to come. They need to update this because they're well over 19. 10 terrains to explore and drive across with more to come. Frequent updates adding terrains, vehicles, features, gameplay, and bug fixes. Full modeling and content creation capabilities. Make maps, vehicles, and script gameplay. Use the built-in terrain editor to any 3D modeling, image editing, and text editing software. Online authentication is only necessary to update. The game itself does not need an internet connection to run. Okay, so they've got a lot of shit going on here. A lot of information for the populace. These guys need to continue trucking right along because they're making a gem. It's so beautiful, and you should probably be a part of it. So hey, thanks for sticking with me this long. I just want to say that I totally agree with the makers of the game. 2 big thumbs up. If I had a star or rating system, it would be really close to 10 out of 10. There's only a couple things that I really don't like about it. Actually, very little that I don't like about it. But the stuff is coming. They're implementing the stuff, and the stuff that I would like to see is probably going to be on its way. It's just not quite there yet. This game has given me hours and hours of fun. My kids love it. I love it. Made a couple videos about it before, and it's really, really neat. So check it out if you get a chance. Catch it on sale if you can. It's 25 bucks currently on Steam. Well worth it even at $25 price point. Hey man, I've been Protodead. Thanks for sticking with me. Share my video if you can. It helps me out a lot. Give me some feedback down below. Tell me what you think about the game. Tell me what you think about my presentation here today. Thank you, and I'll see you in the future. Alright, thanks for stopping by and watching another video. Appreciate you making it all the way to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future content. Leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Leave a comment down below expressing any other feelings that you might have. I have been Protodead, and I will see you in the future.